If you're in the market for a fridge slide, look no further than the KickAss Premium Heavy Duty Fridge Slide. That and more on today's episode of MR Triton. So on today's episode of MR Triton, we're installing and reviewing another fantastic product by KickAss. What I've done is I've obtained a nice new fridge slide here. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead, we'll install the fridge slide first, and then I'll go through and I'll talk about some of the awesome features that this product has. So we'll start by talking about the tools that we're going to use to install the fridge slide today. So what we've got going on here is we've got our 18 bolt drill, the nut, bolt and rib nut kit that comes with the fridge slide, as well as our straps to strap the fridge down, and we've also got the rivet nut kit here as well. As you can see, the tray isn't in the best shape, so we've got a few bits of rust here and there. The plan is, once this fridge slide is installed and we've got some warmer weather, we're going to do a bully liner. So I'm going to tidy up all the wiring back there, we're going to line it so it's got a nice protective vulcanized rubber layer, and then put in some drawers, etc. But for now what we're going to do is we're going to install this fantastic fridge slide and we'll show you how it all works. Alright, so we're putting the fridge slide on the left side of the vehicle, because that's where all the power is, easy access for the fridge. Once this is installed, we're going to do another video where we connect the power to the fridge, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to do one of those chain conduits. I can't remember the exact name, but basically it'll allow the fridge to come in and come out without pinching any of the wiring, make it a nice clean finish. So the way we're going to have this set up internally, we're going to have it so it sits very close to that tailgate. That will allow the slide to come out still nicely, but it will make it so that we're maximising our use of space. This here is all dead space down the side here. You could probably tuck a strap or something down there. Basically, it'll be nice and close to the side. As you can see, there's where the wheel sits. So we're really maximising our use of space there. That leaves us with a ton of space at the rear. So you can picture a nice drawer over on this side over here. We'll have a nice chunky bit of space in the middle there where we can slide some things up between. And a bit of space on the right hand side of the drawer there too, where we can put water pumps and that sort of stuff. Alright, so I'm just going to grab a weight to hold the slide from moving when I slide it out. That way I can line up where those bolts are going to need to sit. Yeah, what size rib nut do we have? So these ones obviously can be hammered into a wooden surface, but because we're installing on a metal surface, what we're going to do is we're going to put some of these in instead. So we've got to get one of these nuts that matches this bolt size, and then we'll be able to screw it in nicely. So we install the rivet nut, clamp it in, bit of Loctite, screw the bolt in, or the nut in, and that'll be a nice clean installation of the nut itself. Another crucial part of this installation is when you drill the holes into the tray, to use an etch primer to prevent where you've drilled the holes from rusting. You don't want to have rusty holes in your tray, obviously. So we'll drill the holes, we'll hit it with some etch primer, let that dry off, and then we'll pop in the rib nuts, and then we screw in the fridge slide. It's quite a simple process. Excellent. Now again, this is just surface rust. Don't stress about that too much. What I'm going to do, as I said in a few weeks, all this top layer of paint is going to come off, and basically I'm going to hit this with a Raptor coat or a bully liner. So this will all be dealt with, won't cause any long-term problems. Just to show how the rivet nut actually works, obviously you put that in the hole that you've drilled, and the idea is that the nut itself, or the rivet, clamps onto the onto your surface that you're riveting to, in the same way that a pot rivet does. As you can see, it compresses, then you unscrew the tool, and you end up with one squashed in rivet with a thread into which you can screw a bolt or a screw. Okay, so that's one hole. Apply the rivet. Insert the rivet and compress. Okay, that's in. Unscrew from the rear. And that's one installed rivet nut. Alright, so we've got 5 rivet nuts done. Now we've just got to line up the fridge slide, screw it in, and we should be good to go. Bolt, washer. Alrighty, so it's all screwed in, all installed. Let's give it a test run. So having installed the product and had a bit of a play with it, what do I think? Well, at a glance, it feels like a well put together product, and once you put it into use, it certainly proves that that is the case. It's got a solid metal design, it feels quite strong, it feels quite rigid. Obviously, this fridge slide is way bigger, or a fair bit bigger than the fridge I've currently got. Eventually I'll upgrade my fridge, etc, etc. But for the time being, it more than meets my requirement. It's got this awesome bench that comes out. So maybe you're just getting a couple of beers, so you sort of pull it out part way, or you want to do a full meal. So chuck a chopping board on here, you can dice up some veggies, you got your cooker on the tailgate, good to go. I like how it locks out. So pull it out all the way, it clicks, and it doesn't go back in. Imagine you got a chopping board on here, this doesn't lock out, and as you're sort of chopping, you sort of push it in, bump it in, and you're going to lose a chopping board. Not with this. So it comes out and locks, and it's not going anywhere unless you pull that little handle there. Likewise with this, so the fridge won't go in unless you actually pull down the handles and allow it to go in. Now with my setup here, what I've done is I've put it a bit close to my control panel. Basically that means I've got to have the fridge over offset, but the fridge slide is so big that I can get away with that. The fridge slide is rated to 125 kilos, so you get a large fridge full of all your food, ready for your camping trip, and you can rest assured that it's not going to break on you. So do we recommend the KickAss Premium Heavy Duty Fridge Slide? What do you reckon? Pretty good? I think he likes it. So as always, make sure you like, share, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.